All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Cannon Balaj. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Balaj. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Brissett now. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Check 13. Check 13. Check. You're out. Showing it. Showing it. Check 43.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Bravo.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
5.
He'll drop to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Jakeem Grant there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Willis coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground.
The throw over the middle taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Look, squeeze. Check 24. 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 1st and 10, Brissett throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Under 10,
On first down, it's Blue.
Let's go now. Come on, take the Pittsburgh. Check it out.
On second and 11 now. Brissett. It's brought in by Harris.
Oh my God, bro. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing now. Get off here. Go!
Let's go. Let's go, baby. 54.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Keep the drive.
Set, ready. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Right, 54.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 4-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. Now Balaj. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They come out here in the eye.
I got it. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey, we got
They run. Montgomery. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Rashad Penny, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Switch.
Ready?
They'll try the left side. Archer. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Ready to break.
55. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Hey, high 7.
Here we go on second and 12. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successful.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Brissett. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side, Grant. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run here with Blanche. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Leo, on the ball.
On second down now, Archer, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's put him on the bus. Hey, wahoo! Get it.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Joker. Check. Crouch. Any weapon. Crouch. Check. Go. We got it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch out.
Get a roll. West. 57. I don't even know why this team showed up. Mike's 57.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. kick is right there. It's good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That's fielded in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
3 down. X3. 218 now.
They'll try to run for it with Penny. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch safety creep. Hey, Sam off. Fresno. No. Off. Pick that. Let go. 25. Check 25.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Drop deep. Hey. Go now. Deuce. Check 99. Switch it. Go. Out. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch the twist. Check.
We're set on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Mike's 54.
Brissett. Looking right sideline, that's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down, Brissett. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 52 with the mic. Check 52. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Go, go. Stay with your man.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
First down, Miami.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Nice, sweetheart.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Again, it's Balaj. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
Here we go.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
At the 4-yard line.
Set, ready. Go to base. Mike 5-4. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that down deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. What? Wait. Check 52. Go, everybody say it.
Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
On the carry, this is Blue. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 4 yards out. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You can have the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On 1st down, Archer. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 6. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Hey, Alpha. 5.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This is caught. Gronkowski. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the edge. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
45. Mike, 45.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Check 3. Check. Go. Check hot. Wide. Get wide. Hey, watch Sam. Yep, go. 54. Mike, 54. Rabbit. Good. Check. Lucky. Yeah. Mike's by 4. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
At the 46-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check 31. Check 45 to Mike. No chance. Sponge. No.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Miami. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's been a long day for you. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game, and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback played with all the responsibility he has and